Now more on that deadly afternoon in Jersey City. Bullets rained down on a residential neighborhood, trapping children in schools and forcing residents to run for their lives. CBSN New York's Alice Gaynor was literally in the thick of things. She's been at the scene all day. Alice, what's the latest?
Dick, we are here along MLK Drive, and they've opened up a good portion of it, though not entirely. As you can see, they still have the road blocked off in the area of Bayview Avenue, where this all, in fact, happened. Now, when we first arrived to the scene around 1:45, we heard at least 100 gunshots. It was happening in rapid succession in bursts. It was quite frightening, quite rattling at that time. We know we were live on the air with you for hours. We're told it was actually going on for about an hour before we even got there. Tonight, Jersey City is a police department in mourning. One of their officers, identified as Detective Joseph Seals, was killed. He was a member of the ceasefire unit. He was a father and a husband. Rapid gunfire in Jersey City this afternoon puts a city on lockdown.
They was telling us to move back because the guy has a high-range rifle, and he could, somebody can get hit.
But I heard over 100 gunshots.
We're told it all began at Bayview Cemetery. Sources say officers thought two individuals looked suspicious and engaged them. Then we're told those suspects at some point shot at officers and got into a rental van and drove to the grocery store.
We have one stolen U-Haul vehicle that may contain an incendiary device. That has since been taken from the location and is being examined by our bomb squad members.
At least 6 people were found dead in a store, including victims and the shooters. Sources say the suspects were wanted for questioning in a previous homicide.
2 officers were shot. One recently gave his life and was pronounced at the Jersey City Medical Center. And the second officer was shot in the shoulder, and he should recover. And then 2 other officers are receiving medical treatment due to shrapnel.
I have just deep concern for the awful loss of life and the security of our communities.
Joseph Seals is a veteran police officer of over 15 years. He was our leading police officer in removing guns from the street. The police department in Jersey City and our partners did an extraordinary job under very difficult circumstances, under high-power rifle fire, where no other citizens in Jersey City were struck with gunfire, and our police officers were brave until finally the threat was neutralized.
There are going to be many hard questions that no parent ever wants to hear coming from a young child, let alone answer. And I think of those parents. Tonight we should all hold our kids a little closer.
Now, exact details of what went down, that is still under investigation, and officials say it will take some time. We're in Jersey City. Alice Gaynor, CBSN New York.
Alice, I have to ask you, because we were on the air this afternoon when this was breaking. You literally got there, as you mentioned at the top, right as the shooting was still going on. And I know you've seen a lot in your career, but what was that like to literally walk into or drive into the gunfire itself?
You know, when we first arrived here, it was quiet. Then we heard a couple of gunshots, and we were like, wait, were those shots? We heard a couple more, and then it was just a barrage. And this went on several different times. I mean, like I said, we heard probably over 100 gunshots. You know, once before, 10 years ago, 2009, I was here in Jersey City. There was a manhunt situation underway. Sadly, Jersey City police officer Mark DiNardo lost his life that day. He was shot in the line of duty, but I have never actually walked into a shootout like we heard today. It was rattling. It was jarring, but we do feel like we were being safe. Police officers were keeping people back at a safe distance, us included. And as you know, the way it goes with where we work, if you feel unsafe, you can leave. So, you know, we were able to do our job in a safe way, but really it was quite unbelievable and quite frankly, like I said, rattling. So Dick, we'll send it back to you.
Absolutely, Alice. And well, what an extraordinary job by law enforcement, and thank you very much.